Throughout the years, we've had many Assassin's Creed open worlds, ranging from Assassin's Creed 1 in 2007 to Assassin's Creed Mirage in 2023. And today I'm going to be ranking them from worst to best. I'm going to be ranking the open worlds based off how immersive they are and how much they encourage exploration. So without further ado, let's get into it. At number 13, I have Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now in my opinion, this game has the weakest open worlds in the series for a few reasons. And the main one is that the world simply feels empty to me. Now, I've heard a lot of people go to bat for this game saying, well, Viking England at that time was empty. However, I think that Ubisoft should still focus on making an engaging world in addition to having historical accuracy. For example, a game like RDR2 could be considered empty from an open world standpoint because it has little markers on the map guiding you where to go. However, there's so much to find from exploring in that game that it doesn't really matter. However, when you try and explore in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you get bored and you just resort to auto-riding your horse and scrolling on TikTok while you do it. However, one redeeming quality of the open world is that the environments look really good. In my eyes, however, good environments are not enough to save a game, so yeah, that's why I put it at the bottom spot on this list. At number 12, I have Assassin's Creed 1. Now, don't get me wrong, for being 17 years old, this game's open world has aged extremely well. At the time, it was one of its kind. It's very well designed for parkour, but it doesn't have much depth aside from that. The world is pretty shallow, it doesn't have good side quests and lore like the other Assassin's Creed games. Despite my minor gripes with the game, it still successfully immerses you in 1100s Jerusalem in the Third Crusade. Overall, this game was a great start for the series, but it doesn't hold up as well to this day. At number 11, we have Assassin's Creed Rogue. Now, AC Rogue's open world had the potential to be amazing, but it was held back in a few places. The first and probably biggest issue with this game is that it was a side project releasing alongside Assassin's Creed Unity, and that meant it didn't have a big budget or staff to work on it. It was also developed by Ubisoft Sofia, who had no experience with Assassin's Creed games before this. Despite that, I still think the game has a pretty good open world. I especially liked New York City in this game. It was well built for parkour, and I think it had a very lived-in feeling to it. There were also rumors that Quebec was meant to be an explorable city in this game, but was cut later, which is a shame because I think it would have fit quite well into this game. However, one problem I do have with this game's open world is that it's not seamless. It's separated into multiple chunks. There are multiple regions in the Atlantic you had to fast travel to, and it was pretty immersion breaking for me at least. So yeah, AC Rogue's open world had the potential to be amazing, but sadly it fell slightly short of that. But it still offers a good open world to explore. For the number 10 spot, I've chosen Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now don't get me wrong, I think this game presents an amazing city to explore in the form of Constantinople. However, I don't think it got the same love and care as the other Ezio games. I do think this game's open world has amazing parkour design though. However, this is slightly soured by the districts that are separated by water. Despite that, this game still offers an amazing open world experience that can still be enjoyed to this day. At number 9, we have Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, Ubisoft tried to return to their roots for this game, and I think in the open world department, they succeeded. I think the open world is very detailed, and the city of Baghdad is reminiscent of Jerusalem in Assassin's Creed 1, and I love that. The parkour was a little bit limited by Valhalla's engine, but that is no fault of the open world. The open world is also very well designed for stealth and sort of hit-and-run assassinations. Overall, this game presents a great open world that returns to the roots of Assassin's Creed. At number 8, we have Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I think this game's open world succeeds in many ways. For example, to this day, this is one of the best ways to be immersed in Colonia, Boston, and New York. I also loved hunting and climbing trees in the frontier. However, I do have one problem with this open world, and that is that you have to fast travel in between areas. Now, I don't blame this game too much because you can't have Boston straight down the road from New York, that just wouldn't work. However, I felt annoyed every time I had to fast travel in between cities to the frontier and then to the city. I think if this game came out at a later date, you could sail your ship between the cities. However, this game still has a great open world that allows you to explore the heart of colonial America. At number 7, we have Assassin's Creed 2. This game improved greatly from Assassin's Creed 1, especially in the open world department. You could explore multiple cities, that being Venice, Florence, Tuscany, etc. However, I think the open world has a few flaws. I enjoyed riding my horse on the outskirts of Montergione and in Tuscany. However, I think riding through the mountains to get from Florence to Venice or vice versa takes way too long. In fact, just today I was doing a YouTube stream of Assassin's Creed 2 and it took me way too long to get from Venice to Florence. So yeah, overall the world of AC2 is amazing, but it does have a few shortcomings. At number 6, we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Now, this game and Assassin's Creed 2 are kind of interchangeable for me. On the one hand, Florence and Venice are far better designed for parkour than London is in my opinion. On the other hand, Assassin's Creed 2 makes you teleport between places, and London is just one big open world. There's no weird loading screens or anything like that. As you might know, in this game, Ubisoft added a grappling hook to mixed fanfare. This grappling hook automated the movement to a level that had never been seen before in the series. Despite it not being integrated well, I do think it still was necessary for traversing the streets of London. However, one thing I do enjoy in this game are the horse-drawn carriages. I just love stealing a horse-drawn carriage, riding through the streets of London, crashing into people. I don't know, it just provided a very nice experience and a change for the series. So yeah, overall AC Syndicate has some minor flaws, but it still provides a solid open world experience. Alright, so we're about to get into the top 5, but before we do, if I could just please ask you guys to like and subscribe. We're very close to 2,000 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could help us get there. I also own a Discord server, so if you want to talk to me about gaming in general or my videos, join that. But yeah, that'll be about it. Let's get into the top 5. At number 5, we have Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Now, in my opinion, the open world in this game, that being Rome, is one of the best the series has ever seen. You can go from dense crowded streets to countrysides to even the Colosseum. People complain about this game's open world being empty, but I somewhat disagree. Personally, I enjoy riding my horse through the Roman countryside. I also think the countryside was necessary for putting the Colosseum, because you can't put the Colosseum in the middle of the city. That just would not make sense. So yeah, I think this game's open world holds up insanely well over 10 years later. At number 4, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, despite people complaining this game does not focus on assassins, the open world is nothing short of spectacular. Ancient Greece has been a requested setting in the Assassin's Creed series for a long time now, and I really think Ubisoft Quebec pulled it off. The world is also massive, from Kefalonia to Athens to everything in between. The game's graphics are also beautiful, and the color palette shines as one of the best in the series as a whole. So yeah, you might not like AC Odyssey as an Assassin's Creed game, but you have to admit its open world is nothing short of amazing. At number 3, we have Assassin's Creed Unity. Now, I believe Paris and AC Unity is one of the best cities in video game history. From the dense protesting crowds to the insane detail in the building of Notre Dame. The game also looks spectacular to this day. The fact that it was made in 2014 is simply mind-boggling to me. The world of Paris is also extremely well designed for parkour and stealth. So yeah, this game has overall a great open world that still holds up to this day. At number 2, we have Assassin's Creed Black Flag. To say this game presents the ultimate pirate's fantasy would be an understatement. And this game presents an amazing open world to go along with the pirate fantasy. From dense jungles to crowded cities to beautiful oceans, there's nothing short of pirate stuff in this game. It's so fun sailing from place to place in this game, and it's one of the few Assassin's Creed games where you actually go out of your way to explore with no other objectives. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it on the number 2 spot on this list. At number 1, we have Assassin's Creed Origins. What is there to be said about this game that has not been said already? Ubisoft made a great open world with Egypt, from the city of Alexandria to the Great Pyramids to the barren deserts. There's so much stuff to do and see in this game. So yeah, I think this game has the best open world out of any Assassin's Creed game to this date. So yeah, that was my ranking for all the open worlds in the Assassin's Creed games. Let me know, do you agree with this list? What's your favorite open world in the Assassin's Creed series? So yeah, like and subscribe. This video took me a while to make, so yeah, I'm out. Bye guys, hope you enjoyed the video.